Hello, wonderful companions. It's so nice to be back with you again. Hope your week was great. How did you guys enjoy the Chanel episode? I thought a lot of you wrote in and told me that you were like, oh, it was so confusing the whole time. But then at the end, we realized that Chanel didn't think any orgasms that she had alone were valid. And so that was like worth the whole episode and that learning lesson and stuff. And I was like, yay, good. Because yeah, that whole episode, she basically is kind of just agreeing with me, and also like you get the sense that she doesn't really know who she is yet, and she's a little scattered and stuff, and like no judgment here because so am I. And that was kind of one of the points of the episode too, is like, yeah, a lot of us are out here, we're giving advice, we're talking about dating and sex and relationships, but like we're not fully fixed yet. And so to take everything we say with a grain of salt because we're just mentally ill narcissists who decided that we wanted to do this as a career. No, I mean, a lot of the advice that we do give is good, especially on this podcast. But I would say listen to the experts. But yeah, there's been a trend of people doing advice podcasts who need their own advice, which is actually like kind of comforting because you get to watch the journey of like people growing and taking care of themselves. And so I had a little mental check-in with Chanel, and we like talked about the episode and what she's been doing since then, and that's all on Patreon. And we had this like kind of breakthrough moment. I posted it on the Instagram, but if you didn't see it, I was kind of like, Chanel, yeah, the whole episode you were kind of caught up in like popularity and like being a cool girl, and like she was like, you know what, I'm a little kid stuck in a 35-year-old's body. Like I'm a 16-year-old still in high school trying to like get over those issues of like wanting to be accepted and thinking about Mean Girls. And I was like, that is the most self-aware thing that I've ever heard from you, like, you know, in a while. And it's nice to see her growth. And yeah, so I don't know if some of you didn't like the episode or you thought it was going in circles, like, yeah, it definitely did. But I think we came to a good conclusion of like, your orgasms are valid alone. Like that was the biggest thing I took away from it, was like she couldn't figure out the first time she came because there were so many different that she was like, does that one count? Does that one count? And then, yeah, it's on the Instagram and the Patreon, but basically Chanel saying it was in high school, 16 years old, with her hand masturbating to a guy that she liked who was a redhead in high school. So she was like thinking of a guy. And that seems to be her thing, is visualizing people that she knows, which like I remember doing that in high school as well. Like I would be like, oh, I can't hook up with that guy because like either he has a girlfriend or like I'm not allowed to go out or, you know, whatever. Like you just visualize them. So I think that's relatable AF. Okay, so this episode is with my friends Usama Siddiquee and Pranav Behari. They have an amazing podcast called Mango Bae, which we mention a fair amount over the course of this episode. And it's a fun episode. Like, you're just going to have a blast. We laughed a lot. So before we start, I just want to say thanks to Tushy for supporting How Come. Tushy is a sleek bidet attachment that clips onto your toilet and sprays your butt clean with fresh water. And it's the best thing you can do for your butt, and it starts at just $79. Go to hellotushy.com/howcome and get 10% off your order. Also want to give a big shout out today to Helix Sleep. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz and they'll match you to a mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Find your perfect mattress at helixsleep.com/howcome. Very excited for you guys to hear this episode. And if you want to watch it, go head over to YouTube because it's up there. And if you want to see the full thing unedited, patreon.com/howcome. You guys enjoy. And yeah, here we go.
How come? How come? How come I can't achieve? How come I can't achieve? I'm rolling up my sleeves. I'm rolling up my sleeves. Oh baby, I believe these guests can help. 'Cause I can't do it by myself. I wanna jizz.
Welcome to How Come, guys, with Pranav and Remy. With my guest, Remy Casimir.
Honestly, I haven't prepared for this one because I was like, they're just fun and funny and we'll have a nice time.
Yeah. There's no preparing for this. Much like COVID, it's Mango Bae.
It's Mango Bae. You guys, welcome to How Come with Usama and Pranav and Remy.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Oh my God, I'm
up?
so
This is great,
excited
dude.
to
It's
be
so great that
here
we're
with you
all-
guys.
We're excited to see you.
Love Remy. Remy, one of my top 5 Jews for sure.
Thank
She's
you.
up there.
Thank you.
I love it.
Okay.
That is a nice
It's-
compliment to start with.
It's Adam Sandler 4 times and then Remy.
You want to hear something crazy? We have the same birthday.
What was that? What?
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Dude,
Me and
I
Sandman.
love Adam Sandler.
Me too.
I love Sandman so much.
Me
I think he's the
too.
funniest. I think these critics
He's
were
literally the
attacking him
funniest
for
dude.
funniest motherfucker, and the critics critics can never handle someone who's actually funny. They never know what to do with it. They have
Well,
no
Yeah, 'cause
idea. what to
he's
do with it.
impervious to their critique. He doesn't really care. He's just
He doesn't
he's such a
care.
goofy-
That's the thing.
He's so goofy. He's just like, whoa, whoa. He's like,
Hey, dude,
it's
he's
questionable if he's even sentient. He's like, whoa.
Dude, he's so good.
He's so good. He's one of those people that's like born to be quotable. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
in school,
But
everyone was doing
And
his
half of
voice
those
anyway.
quotes aren't even English, you know? Half of the
Yeah.
quotes
They're not
aren't
even real words.
intelligible
They're not even
language.
quotes.
They're not even
Mm-mm.
language, you know?
It's like how
Be
math
the
is a
change.
universal language. Like so is Adam
Sure.
Sandler.
When I was a kid, I used to do the excited Southerner, and I'd be and my mom would love it. She'd be like, Pranav, do the voice, do excited black gay, do black gay, toothless black
Toothless.
gay, do the toothless black gay. She would have like company over, like old Indian aunties and stuff. She'd be like, hey, come here, do the toothless black gay. Toothless
Oh my
black gay. And that was
God.
the excited Southerner. Yeah, it was pretty great.
Dude, my mom did the same thing, but it was an actual toothless black gay. That's what she did. She like looked at an actual. It's so great that we're all on America Online right now. This is good. Does everyone have the worst internet connection?
We have the
Jesus
worst
Christ.
internet connect. I was gonna say
Are we all
it feels like we're in the same room because we all have like the same eggshell. Well, actually, no. Me and Pranav have an eggshell. You have a blown out princess bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
salmon.
This is what Bengalis think Americans buy in their house. So that's why my
Oh, yeah.
mom bought like a Game of Thrones Sansa lost her virginity on one of these fucking ass bed, you know?
Mhm.
Dude, that is exactly like my parents' place too. My mom's living room. It's like, welcome to the throne room. It's like, what?
Yes, this is where every Indian marriage gets consummated for sure.
Yeah.
It's a princess bed,
Yeah,
but it's
right? But it's like that's what
canopy
Bengalis
bed
like.
with no canopy.
Yes.
It's
See,
like we just want the
Bengali-
structure of it. We don't want the actual thing that it's intended for.
They put up
and
mosquito
Indians and
nets
Bengalis-
just for nostalgia.
Dude, they love American shit, but they'll always get one thing wrong. These Indians, right? So they'll give you tacos for lunch, but the tacos have eggplant in them. You know, they don't.
Yeah.
They miss one step.
Yeah.
One step gets fucked up with Indians trying to be American. It's always hilarious. It's like they'll buy you
Yeah.
American clothes, but it's FUBU. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's kind of how it is,
What happened? Where'd he go?
dude. My people are calling. People are calling her. So
Oh, popular.
oh shit! I think that was a show, but I'll call him back. It's fine. No worries.
Are you popping off? Are you getting booked more in quarantine than in real life?
What? He's like, sorry, that was Fallon. Oh, I'll call it
Sorry, I
back.
must leave. Jimmy, not now, Jimbo.
It's a weird phenomenon that's happening is like a lot of people like kind of are popping off in quarantine.
Right. It's like all they needed to be good was not see anybody at all.
Like
Lose all human contact.
remove all the people who are good at that shit.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. I think you're talking about TikTok, Remy. What you're talking about is TikTok. Okay, that's what we're talking about. This is the Meek have truly inherited the earth. We're like 6 months in, open micers have like 10 million followers on TikTok. It's like, holy fuck, what's going on?
Dude, not even on stand up. They're like, it's like a video of a glass getting filled with water.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know
It's
you
like-
love that video and when the water's swirling and it's like this video if you downloaded TikTok as a joke and now you addicted. I love that video.
Dude, I love TikTok comments too, because Instagram comments are like, hustle hard, man. We love ya.
Mhm.
And then TikTok is 12-year-olds calling you a gay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't know. I wasn't ready for that. I thought I was like growing as a person. And next thing you know, user 125669 says, hey, who is this loser? Find me on Warzone. And then I start crying.
Yeah, it's all like Call of Duty kids, right? Who are just coming in and bringing the aggression to TikTok. And the best thing about it the best thing about it is that they all have numbered names. So we are
Yes.
getting ready for like a real like Chinese future. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just like social
Whoa.
credits. We got numbers for names now.
And
It's pretty
China
wild.
created TikTok, so they have all
I
those
know.
numbers.
And China
You know what's
created
gonna happen?
Zoom too.
Dude, the
Oh,
new TikTok
fuck.
videos,
Yeah.
in 10 years, the TikTok video is going to be like, how to spruce up your human barcode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tips on sprucing up your human silicon chip.
Do it in slow-mo with a Timothy Chalamet.
They're gonna have glittered barcodes on their own.
Bam, bam, bam. What's that song? That's something.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, all my music is coming
I
from
love
TikTok
that.
now.
Literally?
You know?
Okay.
I've
but
been
that-
going around every day. I'm like, don't be suspicious. Don't be
Don't be-
suspicious. That's not even a song. That's not even a song. And I'm like humming it while I'm on
Dude,
work meetings.
What's that one song? What's that song?
I don't know.
Okay.
Wait,
We were all jumping in.
No, but explain the
You know-
trend. Because sometimes
Here-
this is a thing that I've been doing.
Okay,
Instead of
okay.
sending my sister TikToks, I'll just describe them to her and I'll be like, okay, you know that one where it's like two things and then the third thing beats that thing? And she's like, what? I'm like it's like a girl needs to be taken home. And then there's one guy who's like the nice guy who's like, hey, I'll take you home. Don't even worry. Then it's
Right.
the douchebag who's like, come on, honey, like, I'll take you back to my place. And then it's like, ex-boyfriend, and everybody's
Dude,
face
that's
drops, and it's like, ha, ha. Like, you know that one?
She's like, that's my wallpaper, bitch.
She's like, I know exactly that one.
I made that video,
I
bitch.
love that one. Yeah.
TikTok, I do hate it because you realize that not only are these kids hotter than you, but they're also some really talented fucking wizards in TikTok. Have you tried to sync up songs?
Oh
TikTok?
God, I know, dude. People take hours to do these.
Okay, funniest TikTok comments I see are like the way that we say "Okay, boomer." They're like, "Lol, you can't edit for shit."
Fuck! Shit,
like-
dude, dude.
That's
Dude.
like an elevated diss, though. You know, it's not like your
Yeah.
tits are shit, bitch. It's like you're bad at editing. That's
Yeah,
kind
like
of
they said
it's kind of
our
more
generation
humane.
was like born with like a mouse in our hand. Like they were born with like a whole studio and like fuck you if you don't get it.
Oh yeah.
it's true.
Yeah, they were born in a green screen. That's what happened.
They were born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
posted
them,
my
dude.
first TikTok green screen. I was like, just learn how to green screen. Nobody cared.
Dude, okay, there was one TikToker that said, you know what's even worse than just the hate? There's one TikToker who was like 12 or something, was like, hey man, you have a lot of potential, but your timing's a little off. I'm like, bitch. Call me a terrorist. Call me, Abu
But
Bakr
constructive criticism.
But calling out my timing. The only thing I have. Then I go to his profile. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking shit on you, bitch. I'm gonna call you a fucking
can't.
12-year-old. And then he's got like 19 effects that all add to the funny. I'm like,
He's a
fuck,
genius.
I know, but without
can't
the
even
effects-
hate.
Honestly,
without
we
the
just
effects,
need to
there's
hire
nothing.
them. We just need to hire. We have
What
this
I'm
one-
planning on doing, here's the way I'm
Yeah.
going to adapt, especially when we get back to the stage. I'm going to do all TikTok style bits where I'm going to be like, I'm gonna be like,
Quarantine.
Look at me throw an egg at my grandmother's head. You know?
on stage
And then dance to Savage.
and then do it 30 more times.
The best is like those immigrant TikToks where they get their mom like, hey mom, say hi, and the mom's like, I'll kill you, and then they're like,
And they're like,
immigrants.
Mom.
TikTok India.
Or they make their mom say the word cunt through other words. It's like, say
Yeah.
this word, ma.
Yeah,
Dude.
Can't do it.
Cunt. 9 million likes.
Usama, have you been using your mom for content at all?
Yeah, she's a content farm. Content farm. I got to interview. But here's the thing. People think she's actually hateful. I have to make her hateful because she's so excited to be a part of it. She's like, why? I love you. But I have to make her into a piece of shit because that's the character that the kids want. That's what I've created my mom
Is
into.
the one who doesn't
You've
want to be
made your mom
filmed
a
and
villain.
hates you and
Yes.
doesn't support your career.
But all you realize behind the video, it's just her doing 24 takes for her son because she loves her. You know? But I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, mom, say I'm your least favorite son. Do it. And she's like, okay, and then
Does your mom ever see the finished product though? If she did, I feel like it would break her heart to be like, "Oh, I'm the villain, bitch. I'm the villain in your life."
She doesn't understand villains. The idea is that I'm doing a video about her, so I must be a hero.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like I'm giving her time, so there can't be.
All press is good press.
Yeah, exactly. All publicity is good publicity.
For Mama Usama.
Yes.
In about 2 months, your mom's TikTok is going to drop, and it's going to blow all of us out of the water now, just based on the brand that you built.
So many comics who are genuinely so funny have been using their parents. Like they're just that person who keeps always offering me bits to put in my little skit or whatever, who I disregard and I don't think is funny. Look at this fat idiot.
What a bitch.
Famous. Yeah.
Hey, mom, learn the language. My mom's TikTok would be so funny. My mom's TikTok would be just the cute quarantine tips, like how to beat your kid. And just her showing different weapons. Choose your weapon video. Ooh, I should do that.
Are you stealing your mom's content? Are you plagiarizing her imaginary mom?
Her whole vibe.
Honestly, the vibe on TikTok is just put a towel on your head. Now you are your mom.
Yeah.
That's not a racist
guys,
thing.
you realize
towel head. Heard it here first.
No.
You heard it here first.
That's a TikTok trend where if you want to be a girl and you don't have a wig, you just put a towel
Remy,
on your head.
Maybe instead of doing that, I'll just shove a dreidel up my ass. How about that? How about that?
I don't know. It sounds fun. Sounds like 8 crazy nights.
Dreidel, the original butt plug. Okay.
Until it comes out. But you guys, seriously, don't put anything in your butt that doesn't have a stopper because it can get lost.
What?
How do I know that?
How do you know that? Is that a Ben Remy thing?
No, there was a BuzzFeed quiz that me and my sister did.
10 signs. There may be something stuck up your ass.
Yeah.
No, I meant to post it. We had these 2
internal bleeding.
That's one.
Bowel obstruction.
Grunting. Calling for mom.
10 signs you maybe
You're
should
dead.
go to the hospital. Yeah.
You're missing a race car.
Oh, well, do you remember the gerbil rumor?
I remember that was about
back in the
Richard
day?
Gere.
About Richard Gere.
That was about Richard Gere.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You shoved things up his ass?
That he had to go to the hospital to get a gerbil removed from his colon or whatever because he put it too far up his butt.
True.
I don't know if that's true or not. It got out.
What?
No.
What? Did the gerbil want it? Was it consensual?
Dude, that's how we know it was consensual because the gerbil got lost. It got in so deep it didn't want to leave. I like this.
The gerbil was honestly, it was kind of a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
This gerbil's got a degree in AP Bio. That's great.
The gerbil was actually doing all of Richard Gere's acting during that time period, too.
The gerbil is the original Ratatouille. So
the gerbil was the original Primal Fear.
I don't know that reference, and I won't pretend I do.
It's a Richard Gere movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pranav looks like someone who knows all Richard Gere movies. I will say this.
I know. To the contrary, I know about all gerbil and anus related incidents. Is what I know about.
Gere is actually an Austrian word meaning ass gerbil. Actually,
What?
Richard Gere got lost in his butthole.
Gere. Yes. So if you want to put a gerbil up your butthole, you guys, just make sure it has a stopper. Put a little inner tube around its waist or something.
Put a smaller gerbil around it.
Yeah. But there was a BuzzFeed quiz that we were going to bring up on our Anal 101 episode.
Okay.
And it was, should you / can you put this up your butt? And it was a bunch of household and other sex toys that should you, can you?
Remy, is Anal 101 because it's the beginning class or because it's the 101st thing that's up your butt?
Both. But no,
this episode should be Anal 401 based on how we're starting, with gerbils and whatnot. It's advanced anal.
This is advanced anal.
Yeah. Advanced anal.
Yeah. If you want 201 and 301, sign up for Patreon. .com/howcome. This made the jump. We did. Have you guys done anal?
Yeah, that's where I live. With a gerbil? No. Well, I did anal a couple times. It's always been as good as fucking. Fucking's better. It's more wet, you know.
I feel like anal is really more for her pleasure.
Yeah.
I think guys who like anal
that was the
are like
whole
really,
point of Anal 101 was that it
I think
was
it's
taught
more
by
for
two
them.
lesbians because it was like two women doing anal with no penis who just wants a smaller hole, but why? And it's
Whoa.
because it's for you.
That's beautiful.
I like the wetness and the moisture of a pussy, you know? I don't like to go into this dry, potentially crusty terrain. It feels like you're Frodo traveling into Mordor or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lord of the
Everybody
Brown
always
Ring.
talked about how crusty that was.
Yeah.
But
and there's nothing Samwise about that, okay? Also, Gamgee sounds like stuff you'd find in an ass.
Exactly.
Ooh,
it sounds like butt crust.
My dick has all this Gamgee on it.
All this Gamgee.
That will be the Lego last time we do this.
Hey, yo!
Ooh, didn't think I'd get there.
You just opened the more door to that one. I love it. Listen. I'm a feminist. Every asshole is precious, you know?
Guys, there's one ring to rule them all, and it's brown, all right?
Buttholes, they're precious. Seriously, everybody has one, and we got to treat those things right. And you know what? I'm going to tell you about a product that treats your butthole fantastically because there's now a sleek bidet attachment that clips onto your existing toilet and sprays your butt completely clean with fresh water. Yeah, Tushy. It's the best thing you can do for your butt. Tushy sprays directly into your ass and removes the poop completely so that you aren't sitting on bacteria that leads to nasty things like hemorrhoids, yeast infections, UTIs, itchy assholes, and skid marks. Like all those things. Didn't you just get so uncomfortable thinking about them? Of course you did. Did you know that Tushy starts at just $79 and you can get $10 off your order at hellotushy.com/howcome? You can. A lot of people are rushing to stock up on toilet paper. You don't need that much toilet paper, and also you shouldn't be using that much. With Tushy, you use 80% less toilet paper. It's the perfect way to wash pre and post sex and a dream come true during your period. Literally, like, okay, we've had a bidet at Nanny's house the entire time I've lived there. Now I'm not there. I needed a Tushy. I've grown accustomed to my lifestyle because wiping your butt with dry toilet paper does not remove all the shit. It really doesn't. And we get nasty down there, like me, like sexually. Like I don't want poop crust left, as Pranav was talking about. If you got poop on any other part of your body, would you just wipe it off with dry paper? No, right? Water cleans better than any dry paper, my friends. Bidets are common in the rest of the world before you guys are like, ew, bidets. Everywhere else has bidets. We're just like the last one being annoying about it. Bidets save you money on toilet paper, as I just said. You still use a little toilet paper, like don't get me wrong, but the amount is negligible. It won't clog your toilets. Tushy sprays your butt with fresh water. As I said, it's not toilet water, like because you think about that it's going to be going through the bottom. Nope, it connects to the water supply behind your toilet to spray your little butt with clean, fresh water, or your front. As I said, you can put it in different positions. And bidets are kind of fun to masturbate with too. But besides that, okay, so this was not my first experience using a bidet. I've been using a bidet at Nanny's, as I said, for a while. But Tushy is amazing. I never knew, like everybody who would come over would be like, ooh, your toilet, it's so expensive. And it's like, yeah, it's expensive. That's for like an 80-year-old woman. Nanny had this like massive like thing that was put in, like no one's going to buy that. And I was like, okay, maybe that's not an affordable solution for me in the long term if I ever end up moving, which now I live in Oregon. And Tushy just sent me a little attachment. So now I have a bidet and you guys can afford one. It's the most affordable, most money saving thing for your ass. Seriously, like, I kind of look forward to pooping when there's a bidet involved. And yeah, I love winning, you know, when everybody thinks something costs like $1 million and it's actually like, no, Tushy costs $79 and changes your life. So go to hellotushy.com/howcome, get 10% off your order, and you're going to love it. And write in and tell me how you enjoy it. 'Cause yeah, it's going to save you money. And it's going to make you happy. And it's going to make you feel more confident going into the bedroom. Like everybody's always like, oh, did I wipe fully? What is wiping fully if there's no water involved? Think about that. Again, go to hellotushy.com/howcome for 10% off of your order. I also gotta talk about my long distance girlfriend, my Helix Sleep mattress, who's now cheating on me with someone who's living in my house. But she's taking care of my cat, my second most important puss. And yeah, so we got to let her sleep on the most wonderful thing in the entire world, the cloud of my dreams, my Helix Sleep mattress. Oh my God. Are you guys having okay sleeps? Because I'm having a tough time. I'm not sleeping as heavily as I normally do at home on my Helix. I'm having crazy dreams that are really keeping me up at night and like keeping me more busy. Things are crazy. A lot of people are feeling sick. It's hard to sleep when you're feeling sick. And you know, I think a Helix Sleep mattress could help us all. I might be planning on driving across the country for this thing because I need a good sleep. And I will drive all night and all day and all night for this thing. I miss my mattress so much. And I know some of you are sleeping on terrible mattresses right now, and you deserve better than that. So give yourself an upgrade. As I've said it before, Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes you just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleeping preference to the perfect mattress for you. If you like a mattress that's really soft or firm, you sleep on your side or your back or your stomach, or you sleep really hot, with Helix, there's a specific mattress for each and everybody's unique taste. Helix also actually designed their mattress with sex in mind. If I didn't say Ben and I were having less sex than usual, I'd be lying. We're not doing it at all. And it's partially because his parents can hear us, but it's partially because his mattress stinks and we're not getting any oomph the way we do from our Helix at home. Yeah, they have both foam and springs in them, unlike many other companies. And having springs in your mattress keeps you from sinking in too much and gives you the perfect level of bounce for boinking. Their high-quality springs are incredibly quiet and won't sag, even during your non-sleeping activities. Wink, wink. But you don't need to take my word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2019 and 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. I took the quiz. I was matched with the Helix Sleep Midnight because I'm fancy. And yeah, it gave me what I needed. Sometimes you don't know what you need. You know what you want. I was like, oh, I want something fluffy as furk. And I'm just going to like sink into that stuff. No. I told Helix all about my past activities, what I had done before, my past mattress boyfriends, how they treated me. And Helix was like, no, honey, you need someone who's more supportive. Honey, you need someone who's a little harder. And yeah, that was my Helix Sleep Midnight. So, you guys, do you want your own Helix Sleep mattress? Do you want somebody to tell you what you need? I think you do. Go to helixsleep.com/howcome. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz. They'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free, which is crazy. Just insane. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/howcome. That is Helix, HELIX, sleep.com/howcome for up to $200 off. Go get them. You're going to love them. Let's get back to the episode. Okay, wait, so you're with your mom now.
Okay, so we're going back to talking about moms?
Sure.
Like that?
Well, because it kind of goes into, did your mom ever give you a sex talk in her adorable little voice?
We talked about something Mango Bae. It was.
Oh, sorry. If you guys don't listen to Mango Bae.
Yeah.
So.
We talked about this on our own podcast.
Can we skip this? Refer to How Come Brown Edition. My mom asked me if I had sex, but she couldn't do it. She was so terrified of asking me if I had sex. So she was like, do you sleep, Usama? Do you sleep? And I was like, 6 hours a day, Mom. And she's like, that's healthy. And I'm like, it is.
It is. How old were you?
I was, I think 21, something like that.
Well, that's pretty late in life for a sex.
Well, I didn't bang until I was 21 too. I was very late in terms of fucking as well.
I was pretty late too, actually. I was like 19.
He was 19, but a 19 was a brown man's 12, though. You know
That's true.
Okay. Well, because I was very Muslim, so I was very much in the mix. I was repressed. And so I was very much like, if you have sex, you go to hell type shit. Even after I fucked for the first time, even after I had sex for the first time, I was so scared of God that I prayed right after I banged in the girl's dorm. So while she was sleeping, I was praying with like hardening Gamgee on my dick. I was praying.
I was Hindu. So for me, I was an anal threesome. Anal threesome was where I started.
Dude, his first fuck had 9 hands in it. You know what I'm saying? Very Hindu. Very Hindu.
Yeah.
Hey, Remy! Easy.
There was
no blue balls, just blue hands.
No blue balls.
No, yeah.
That's how horny Indians are. Their whole bodies become blue. That's how backed up we are.
Yeah.
That's how backed up we are. Our heads become blue.
Yeah, and you sprout new limbs.
Exactly. And then when we finally come, we have 1 billion people as a population.
Oh, the Ganges River is dirty because of cum, nothing else.
Cum.
It's just cum.
Yeah.
It's just cum.
Actually, that was one of the plagues.
Just Cum is our spin-off podcast.
The whole Nile into cum.
Passover was the X was
Everything interweaves, you know.
dude, the X and Passover was I already came. You can move to the next one. That was the X above the door.
Exactly.
Pass through.
That was the angel of death was just like coming on everybody's doors.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I think we broke Remy. I swear to God.
It's funny because we've had like 3 episodes in a row this season that were like people who were repressed by their religion, sexually. And they're a Christian girl, a Jewish girl, a Muslim guy. And were you repressed, Pranav?
No. I mean, yeah, I was, because my parents were coming into an conservative American culture.
Okay.
Like, that's what they were kind of about.
Okay,
so everything's played by the rules. Don't have sex. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So they never had a sex talk with me. The sex talk was don't. That was it.
Okay. But there's nothing in your religion that says like fucking is bad or will send you to
I mean,
hell.
it's a very weird religion in the sense that, like, on the one hand, it's all about like individual self-control, self-discipline, overcoming the senses, right, to achieve like true liberation. Yet on the other hand, you write the Kama Sutra, which is like you're excited to do anal with the Gujarati.
Dude,
it's like very specific. And you have Hindu temples, which on the outside have like really, and this is like thousands of year old sculptures of people fucking on them,
Yeah.
and in threesomes, and there's bestiality, and it's wild. So the religion and the culture really has a range.
Pranav, you're getting me hard. You're getting me hard right now.
Honestly, Usama, I'm going to tell you something, a true thing. I masturbate every episode that I edit of this podcast because at
of
one
Mango
point
Bae.
or
Okay,
another
of Mango Bae.
Of Mango Bae. Yes. Sorry. Let's plug Mango Bae one more time. Mango Bae.
Let's butt plug Mango Bae.
Yes. No, but actually Mango Bae I think is one of the funniest podcasts I've ever listened to.
Yep. What up?
But I watch the clips online and they're
Hell
good.
yeah.
I totally relate to you. Usually if I'm watching Mango Bae, I come by the end of the theme song. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
seriously.
So by the time the opening credits roll around, there's just a vat of cum just filled.
Because you're just so turned on by your own voice or face or Pranav.
Remy, I mean, it's a lot together.
It's a lot of things.
It's a multi-sensory experience.
Kama Sutra is interesting. If you read Kama Sutra, it's actually such an interesting book. It's not all about sex either. It's about how sex is life. So like, it's not just, people think it's just like positions. Kama Sutra page 1, 69. It's not that. It's like sex is a part of pleasure that is part of life. That is, it's a holy thing to be someone who explores sex.
Right, and pleasure is considered an aim of mortal existence. Right, it's one of the aims. So it is important, and it is more about like the structure of society too. And it's like, hey, if you're gonna have sex, this is the way to have sex properly. And this is a way that everybody has a good time and that kind of thing. And it gets very specific though, because it also has like. It's very heavily surrounds women there too. You know what I mean? And like what the ideal woman is supposed to be. And then the list just goes on. And it's like, oh, she's a mathematician, an astronomer, and also an anal freak. Okay, got it.
Okay.
You know, it's a really interesting and bizarre book.
I mean, in an ideal world.
So basically, Kama Sutra was written by Lindy West, basically, is what we're saying here. Oh my God.
Okay, wait. We only have 7 minutes remaining.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
No. On this Zoom because I don't have the upgraded one.
Gotcha.
Can we?
You are Jewish. Very good. Very good.
Can we leave and I'll invite you to another one and just keep your recordings going? And
Remy just got her brown card. She just got her Indian card, right?
Exactly.
Not buying Zoom for anybody. I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you, China. Okay. All right. I'm leaving. I'm going to invite you to another one. Hold on.
Cool. Bye.
Woo!
Okay, we back.
I'm legit, like, as it ended, I'm sweating right now. Just fucking talking to you guys.
Same.
Like,
and we're back. What did you do in the 10 minutes we were away?
I came
3 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
I watched TikToks and
Oh, you also came. Got it. Sweet.
Yeah, no, they make me feel really bad about myself. And also, like,
Yeah.
I wish I had been able to be, well, no, I'm not sure if this is good for them psychologically, but I would have liked to be able to be more of a sexy kid.
Yes.
When I wanted to be.
You wanted to be a little pedophile pinup girl?
Yes.
I just always thought I was so hot, and I wish it was like acceptable at the time to think you were hot. You know, like
one time I posted a YouTube video when I was like 15, and then when it first came out, and the first comment was no, and then I didn't post anything for a long time. That one comment just threw me out of the game for 8 years.
Yeah.
And now he's back. He's back on TikTok being like, no, still no.
Yeah, no.
It's that guy's son.
No, now that guy's son has learned constructive criticism.
But one day,
Yeah.
and one day this guy's son's going to be like, yes, Dad, how about that? Yes. And then he'll get kicked out. He'll get kicked out of his house. That's worse than being gay in Noah's house. You know what I'm saying? So
his name is Noah. That's how no he is.
Oh.
So the guy who said no to me, I'm making his name no for no reason.
Okay, no.
But it was never a good environment for these kids to ever go online. And I feel like TikTok, it's like its own immune system. Because if you see kids making shit videos, other kids know that they're a kid. They're like, hey, love your shit. You're cute. Go, blah, blah. But when you're a millennial, it's like you're an antigen in a body system. Yeah. And no matter how good the video is, they're like, hey, you smell old. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And so like they see some stubble and it's like, we got a stubble. Get in on. And then
but on the other end, if you're really old, then
really
they're like, that's cute.
Well. Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But you know what I don't like is the really old ones where it's like they've got too many transitions and the editing is too good that you're just like, this is just some little hot girl who's like using her poor grandpa every day.
There's a lot of elderly abuse in TikTok.
There's this one
girl. Of elderly abuse.
There's this one girl, and it's like it's his account, but you know she's behind it. And every 5 videos, like she pops up, and it's like, my granddaughter came over today, and like she's always viewed in like the best light.
It's so insane. It's such an insane thing, and it's like it is also funny that like there are some girls, and it's a lot of girls who are. Imagine if you like they're just winning off one video. One video, 9,000 times. Imagine if you said one joke. Guys too.
Yeah.
Guys too.
Yeah.
The thing that's in my mind is the shuffle rave girls, you know, like the dancers who are like, they show you the tutorial.
We're in a different section of TikTok.
Listen, I just happened to stumble. It was my algorithm. I didn't.
I'm all babies and dogs and lesbians.
I didn't search underage dance raver girl. That's not what I searched.
Right. No, but it came up from your subconscious because TikTok. The scary thing about TikTok is
can read your mind.
Knows you.
Yeah.
I typed in of age women, but what I got, you know, and so they have one video, all these guys, where they just get more and more views off one video. So basically their account is a thing for that thing.
Yeah.
And that's an insane thing as a comic because you can't just go up and just do a joke and then just do it again and then do it again. That won't work. So
don't we?
I mean,
call them out.
No,
last name.
Call comics do come in repeat sets, right?
Yeah,
of course, you have your set.
Yeah.
What I find interesting about TikTok, though, is that you'll have one person who does one video, and then you'll have literally 10,000 more people who do the exact same video.
And
word for word.
They get credit
for
that.
They get,
okay, so this is...
And they also get like 10,000 likes or whatever.
What I dislike is when people... Like, the people who aren't on TikTok don't know... Like, if you post those things to Instagram where you're copying somebody else using their audio or whatever, like doing the exact same joke, and you post it to Instagram, the people who aren't on TikTok think you conceptualize that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no.
I don't know if I feel bad about that though, because I don't know if I don't think I care about like a 12-year-old who whatever like is ripping off somebody else's content anyway.
Oh
from
no.
TikTok, right?
I'm more talking about comics. Like if a comic.
What?
Okay. That's
no. TikTok on his career.
That's a big no. Yeah,
Okay.
seriously.
Countdown. Jesus Christ.
That's horrible.
Well, here's the thing. It's like now because there's so much content
on TikTok, it's like, oh, she or he's just making a lot of TikToks. Like that's what we do. We all copy. But if you bring it to
what it is, I think, is like it's kind of like the opposite end. Back in the day, there was so much lack of watchdog. Back in the vaudevillian days, so you could steal something and you could do it in Idaho, no one would know. Now
it's the same thing.
Much content that you could do it in anywhere, nobody would know. It's just the opposite end of it.
So I guess the thing is now that it doesn't matter about being original.
It's so much shit. But then you can find that one TikTok that's like, oh, she's dancing, but upside down or something. And you're like,
but then a million
there
other
are people who are original, but they get 5 likes. You know what I mean? Like I'll randomly stumble across a video which is like truly weird and kind of entertaining in a way, and I'll see it'll be like 5 likes.
Do you know what it is too? Is like, or they get recast. Like somebody else uses that.
Hotter.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
You know? What's crazy about it for the industry too, that I think is like, have you seen those videos where people are singing and doing duets? Like somebody will be like, okay, I'm going to sing the harmony and then duet with me. That's how they can audition people together now to see if there's chemistry in singing, to see if there's chemistry in a scene. Like there's people like acting out halves of like it's kind of revolutionary.
We're done. We're done here. We'll be those 50-year-olds just like still talking. You're doing grizzly pear mics. You know what I'm saying? While the world has $1 million. You know, and it's just like I'm fine with that. Just give me my piece of the pie. That's what I realized. It's not about being more famous than that 13-year-old brown guy who's just as funny. It's find your little world,
your niche, and what you're
and be the best, the best at that niche. Totally. Because these kids are coming up from the behind with the spears, and it's just like fucking killing you.
But at the same time, like I feel like if you like TikTok and you're old, like lean the fuck in. Like like those kids that are like, no, get out of here. It's like
lean in because you're off balance anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, but if that feels like your medium,
scoliosis.
Maybe you weren't funny on stage.
Well, that is the thing. I'm seeing a lot of comics who I've seen in New York who are not funny on stage, and they'll go on TikTok and they do have a talent, right? Like maybe you can do voices, or maybe you can dance or whatever. And they're racking it up, but then I'll see them put stand-up clips and they're not getting any love on there either. You know,
what is their?
But that's an honest indicator too. That's like, okay, this isn't your arena.
Right. These New York comics, Pranav, what are their first and last names?
We already know. We've talked about this off. We can do offline.
That should be Patreon content. Just us calling out everyone we hate.
Honestly,
I always wanted to do a comedy podcast where we just talk nonstop shit about comics that we know, but we don't give their names. And then people can win a prize at the end of each episode if they can correctly pinpoint exactly who we were talking about based on the context clues.
Yeah, but you don't want them making like a Reddit thread and like telling everyone. That's the thing.
Right. Hey, who's this guy that Usama said his name rhymes with Panis Plapas? Who's this guy?
Well, I was going to say Giannis and Chris DiStefano in their podcast, they just cackle out anytime they say a comedian's name or like something. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And then they put that shit on their Patreon. And so the other day I was trying to talk mad shit and I was like, Ben, do a Patreon episode with me. And Ben got all uncomfortable and was like, he was like, I don't want to talk shit. That's like not nice.
Ben's a sweetie. Ben's like, his heart is so beautiful. Sweet. Ben's a really great guy. But Chris Stefano and Giannis, they're smart. They're smart because they're using their platform. They're big too. Have you seen the podcast? It's Mango Bae for plumbers, basically. Their episode.
Okay.
As opposed to convenience store owners.
Yeah. Something for really all the essential workers.
Workers. But they're doing it smart. If you're gonna have that platform, Reddit is the place where your career ends. That's the beginning. That's patient zero for career ender. Because some guy, some user 1234 will just post some shit, and then your whole thing is blown up. You know.
Yeah.
So, Jesus Christ.
So I guess I haven't said anything too bad, but I have said stuff on the Patreon, and I intend to say more. So go sign up, patreon.com/outcome.
Hell yeah.
I gotta be myself, you guys. We can't just talk about cum all the time.
Remy wants to get verified so much she'll start a fake story about Kevin Spacey or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Remy wants to be verified so much.
Desperation is palpable.
You're wearing blue always. You're always just wearing.
It's
verified
just unfair. It just. I don't know who else has been on so much stuff, has fully described her vagina to the world.
Okay, guys. I was shrub number 3 on Desperate Housewives, so let's fucking go, okay?
Usama, you're verified.
I'm not verified.
You're not?
No, at all. Oh my God. Why do you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? I tried to, though. I tried to. On the sly, I tried to. And they were like, Instagram was like, who are you again?
Nah.
Yeah. Instagram was like, come again?
Okay, if you're not, then that makes me feel better because, like, I feel like you should be.
Oh my God, thank you.
What is the benefit of being verified?
That's the nicest thing you could say to someone.
See, I was like, not even ready. Off the record. Turn off the recording. Turn off the recording.
Well, what is the benefit of being verified, though?
I don't know. Other people respond to your DMs more. Like if I want somebody to be a guest on this podcast, if I've got a nice little blue check, they'll be like, okay.
Right. Yeah, I guess
that's
so.
really all I kind of care about.
No.
So you guys fucking make fan accounts for me, okay? Let's push this through.
If I get verified, day 1 of verified, I'm hitting up Bella Hadid, just like, so I think you'll notice something on there if you want to do that.
I'm not trying to slide for pussy. Also, you guys, fuck you, male comics.
Why?
Why?
Because everybody tries to hook up with you.
Oh, hey, Remy.
That's
personality
not untrue.
First. Okay.
What? You said personally true?
No, personality first.
Personality first. Remy, I am getting my dick sucked by a groupie right now, actually. And
also on another Zoom call.
On a Zoom call.
I love that.
It's a Patreon.
Being
Zoom.
filmed by a phone for TikTok.
I have 9 iPads in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know, Remy, it's less a testament to us and more testament to how most dudes are weak and can't accept a funny woman. You know what I'm saying? A funny woman. Boom. Yeah.
Spin it.
I know
It's
I'm
true.
verified in here.
Spin it.
This motherfucker's spitting.
No, but that's the truth. It's not about you. It's the fact that a guy can see a girl be alpha in a room. Because when you're killing as a girl, you're alpha. You're the new alpha in that room. And a weak man, which is most men, cannot handle being out alpha.
And they're really conditioned to believe women are not funny. And so if a woman is being funny, they're almost having an allergic reaction to that.
Right.
Did you guys read that Atlantic article about why men don't like funny women? Because that's literally the conclusion.
We wrote it. That's our article.
Maybe the Atlantic needs to come knocking when they need some more brilliant conclusions. You know?
That was actually on Mango Bae first episode.
Yeah, they totally plagiarized Mango Bae.
First episode, women suck. Obviously, yeah. That's what it is. It's not even it's just such a like. I need my just desserts, and I need a girl who will give me like you go to Kips Bay, any bar in Kips Bay. If you told them the woman was funny in Kips Bay, they would melt, literally.
Yeah.
Murray Hill dudes,
yeah.
you know those motherfuckers. So, but that's the thing was like that's a secret that guys don't even know is that if you actually are okay with women being funny, you just get 1,000 times more hot. But they can't even conceptualize that. The idea that giving power to a woman makes you hotter.
Mm-hmm. It definitely makes you more evolved. Like that was like the whole thing was that.
Get evolved so you can get the evolva. That's my motto.
And he refers to it as a vulva.
Come on, it's not the vagina.
Usama's gonna get fucked so hard after this podcast.
Easy on the T. Jesus, sorry.
I was talking to a fellow podcaster though, a female podcaster, and we were like, "Oh, we can't put certain guys on our podcast because they're just gonna get so much pussy from it." Like, and it's good pussy too. Like, you know, like the girls that
you guys are trying to
in
start a
hot.
pussy embargo? Is that what you're talking about?
Pussy embargo?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about? There's a pussy embargo now?
Mm-hmm.
Are we Iran right now, but for pussy?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Are we cum-based Iran?
Yeah.
I think, and I do agree, Remy. You're honestly, to all the Remy's fans, I love what you're doing. I think y'all are all independent women, and my DMs are open. You know, they're ready. They're ready to go. They're fresh. They're lubed up. So don't hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
I've done your show a couple times. Your How Come show on Stand or the brunch show.
Bacon bits.
Bacon
bits. Yeah.
And Jesus Christ. And your fans come. Your fans come to that show. Yeah. And either they're the funnest hot girls of all fucking time, or they haven't laughed in 30 years. So it's either those. I remember one show.
That's the no. The How Come girls are the ones who come and laugh. The brunch crowd, who is just a brunch crowd.
Oh yeah,
they're not podcast listeners.
Right.
They're just like mimosas noon before I have to watch football with him. Yeah. That's fine.
I was throwing everything at them.
Yeah.
They just kept shoving me into lockers every time.
No, I yelled at them that day, didn't I? I was like, stop. They were being like mean girls.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate it.
You have to be ugly. You have to be ugly growing up.
That's how I handle hecklers. I'm just like, stop it, you guys. He's funny. These jokes are tested. Like... He's been at the Laugh Factory.
These are great tags.
He's a great guy.
The fucking tags.
Drink more. Yeah. Feel good.
That might be the problem with them, though.
Is there?
They're getting drunk and bitter. You know.
Yeah.
They're confused.
Yeah.
Sunday's got to be a bad day for most hot girls because it's reminded of the jock that dumped them. Yeah.
So true. Or it reminds them how much free time they have now.
Remy, I'll say this, Remy. I've known you for what, 4 years, 5 years? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Years. I was always, when I first met you, I was like, that was like
farted when you met me.
That was a car farting. Yes. I was like, ooh. Nice to meet you. I'm Usama. So first time I saw you, right? I was legit. This is all true. I was like, this person is too hot to be funny. That's before I saw your set.
Interesting.
And then I saw your set and I was like, fuck.
She's not hot at all.
She's also ugly. That was the lighting thing.
I do not want to fuck her anymore.
I was like, shit. New York. Because it was the first time in New York, very new. And it was the first time meeting hot people who were funny. This is not a thing in my life before. New York has this weird creature of gorgeous funny person, and you were in that first wave of me undoing that idea.
Thank you.
And being like, oh my God.
Now you are a gorgeous funny person. Like you have gotten more attractive just by being close to us.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You too, Pranav. When I first met you, your hair did not look like Samson.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had luscious locks. They were shorter.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess so.
It was more.
I think I first met you at the standing room.
Was it? You were more guy with a day job who does stand up. Now you're like stand up.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I've grown.
And Usama, you were one of the first people that you were like, hey, you. Come here. I'm going to give you some advice.
No.
Oh,
yeah. No. Yeah. But in a good way.
Okay.
You were like,
what did I say?
You were like, you're really funny. But I don't want you to get comfortable and think that you don't have to go to a lot of mics, because you have to go to a lot of mics if you want to get good.
Dude, who the fuck do I think I am?
I was waiting for a redeeming part of that story, because you maybe set it up like there was, but there was no redeeming part.
Dude, that was me 2 days into New York. I was like, hey, come here.
No.
You want to get booked to beauty bar? You want to get booked to beauty bar?
You got to do mics.
Come talk to the kid.
Hey. You stick with me, kid. You'll get to 12 a.m. at the Grizzly Pear. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. I believe you're right. I believe. I 100% saw it. What's up?
But it's this thing that I've said to many people that I think that they are naturally funny, and
yes.
Or they want to get into stand up, and I'll be like, you have to do mics. Like you can't. Because that's truly the only, unless you just put your shit on TikTok and like.
Well, you did, until TikTok. Now there's no need anymore.
Yeah.
You can just edit yourself into a passable comic. Yeah.
You know what I'm happy about though is all these shitty comics. When that quarantine ends, their TikTok backgrounds are going to be their shitty apartment again, which is a small solace. You know what I'm saying? Right now they have their beautiful fucking vistas of their parents' house. We're going to go back to their 1-bedroom railroad, and that's going to be good for all of us.
Yeah. And we're going to go back on tour. And
Ooh, yeah, bitch. To New Jersey.
to New Jersey. To Atlantic City.
I'm going upstate.
Ooh, I'm going
Westchester.
to the Poconos.
I love how Poconos is a Jewish retreat, and the word nose is literally in the fucking title.
That's your fan. That's where he lives.
No.
When you said Jewish and you said Poconos, I thought you were going to make a Jewish nose reference.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying
that didn't come through?
No. Nose. It didn't come through.
My bad. That was the actual comment when I first did a YouTube video. It was just nose. It wasn't even nose. But that's what it is. When I saw you, I there was never. I never want to be like the guy who's like, hey, this is, take this and run with it, kid. But I think maybe I just thought you were genuinely funny, and I was in the middle of a conversation.
I appreciated it because I mean, at that time, you either had two people approaching you. It was guys that were like, hot girl, new, gonna fuck her, you know, gonna fuck her, not funny, like, and they would just come up and be like, let's go out or something like that. But you were like, I care about your craft. And I was like, thank you. That's so nice. And I honestly, like, I feel like since we've known each other, like we've been able to watch each other like grow and shit and like get funnier. And
when I saw your Moaning Myrtle impression, I was like, Richard Pryor who? You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
Dude, legit, it was such a good impression of a thing. Like we all try to do impressions and they become caricatures. You did an impression and Moaning Myrtle was alive again. It was such a fucking...
Do you want to hear something crazy? Because I know a lot of the companions have not heard me do stand-up or whatever. So and you don't need to have heard this joke. But the Moaning Myrtle impression is a joke that my sister and I had because we went to see Equus when Daniel Radcliffe
the penis
to see his penis. So the joke is me talking about how Moaning Myrtle is like a pervert rapist, being like, "Oh, Harry, I saw your penis. It was tiny." But really, that was me and Charlotte. That was like our joke. We'd be like, "Oh, Harry, I went to your show, Equus." And I left a video on her Facebook wall being like, "Dear Remy and Charlotte." Like, I don't know. I have the video still. And it's the oldest thing. Like, it wasn't even a joke. Now it's a joke. But I hate telling that joke because I know it still murders. And I'm tired of it.
I love that joke so much. I would try to do the impression in my room. And I would just end up sounding like a drunk Ron Weasley. You know what I'm saying? I try to
I love that.
Be like, and it would just end up sounding like a hippogriff getting fucked, you know?
I love that. Oh my God.
You into that? Hippogriffs getting railed by thestrals?
I had not thought of the scope of Harry Potter porn there might be, and now I got to check that out after this.
Yeah.
I gotta plug in my device and switch my headphones.
Pranav, you sound like you just learned those phrases today.
I did.
I gotta plug in my device.
I learned it on TikTok.
How to not be an old fuck. Jesus Christ. Dude, and even when we do it, it just looks like I didn't know. You know that first moment where you realize you weren't the youngest person alive? You know what I'm saying? That was
this year for me.
That's big. How old are you, Remy? You're like, what, 29?
I'm fucking 30. And this
Jesus
was the year. Downloading
Christ.
TikTok, I was like, there's kids still in high school? That's not okay with me.
Oh, everyone isn't 30 or above? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know. But here's the thing. Here's why I'm okay with us. Is that we were the first generation to also know the internet. So we won't just go out without a fight. It's not like, when you grow up, we'll just have the internet as well. So we're still going to be like fighting for airtime and speaking, as opposed to our parents that don't have the internet to blast their voice out.
Okay, if we're Jesus Christ,
it's pronounced joint pills. I think. I think
that's my.
At first I thought you meant like you took pills instead of smoking joints, and then I realized it was like arthritis.
He doesn't have arthritis. I'm just calling him old.
He has arthritis, you guys.
No.
You heard it here first on How Come.
I got it on TikTok. I found out
Yeah.
through TikTok when I didn't do the savage dance.
He can't do the dance. You know what's really savage?
I threw my back out.
Really savage is mortality.
Osteoporosis?
Yes.
To say something though.
That's you spitting out your food that you can't eat anymore.
Wait. Okay.
What?
So people, we always have to like keep up and stuff, but in entertainment, like the older people have always been trying to keep up with the youngers, like, and we're watching that with like Lisa Rinna, you know, like she transforms herself every fucking decade. Like we just have to keep doing it if we want to stay. Lisa Rinna, she's not so relevant enough.
So famous. Lisa Rinna sounds like an anagram of a different person's name. I don't know which person.
She's on
Lisa Rinna?
Housewives of Beverly Hills now. She used to be like a soap star. She like does Depends commercials because she's like just trying to stay relevant and like she's like hot. No, this was not a good reference. I said wait for no reason.
You said three things that straight brown men would never encounter in their entire lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, no. If you have a girlfriend, you always watch Bravo. That's the thing.
I love Bravo when I do watch it. I'll be honest. I love Island. I'm a huge fan. The whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched Bravo. Sorry.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
And he's single, ladies. No, he's not.
Single.
No, you're not.
No, he's not. He's not.
I've been dating my girl casually since November, very casually. It's January. It started to heat up. There were the questions of like, what are we kind of stuff coming up. And I was like, well, let's just wait it out. You know, I'd been in another relationship. I didn't want to rush back into anything. And how are we's got louder in February, you know, and more intense.
Just a lot of
some
hand
might even
movements
say angry.
for a few months.
Some might even say angry.
Yeah.
And then COVID was like, hey, you got to lock this down, son. And I was like, okay, done. And now we're basically married. We're like COVID married now.
Yeah. That's the
It's
thing.
pretty good.
Yeah, but you said it's been going good.
Yeah, I have sex like once every 3 weeks. It's pretty awesome. You know,
Honestly,
watching a lot of Love is Blind, Too Hot to Stop. I love it. I love my new life.
Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, Too Hot to Handle. Too Hot to Stop is the name of the first porn I ever saw as a kid. Interestingly enough, yeah.
How old were you then?
I was like 12, and I was like, what is he doing to her? I had no idea about sex. I'm like, why is he doing that to her? And then I strangely did come.
Amazing. Without touching yourself?
Yeah, I was just like, that's how gifted I was. I was just like, oh.
Wait, but really?
Did all the work. No. Well, no. At that point, I didn't know what it was, and I kept watching the video then because I was like, there is something about this. Is it the cinematography? No, it's the script. It's no. And then I'm like, oh, I like pussy all of a sudden, and then I'm like, yeah, it was pretty good.
So that was the first time you came finally?
No. The first time I came was a wet dream. I was in the back of a minivan on a road trip. And I basically was like humping the back of this minivan seat. And then I woke up and I'm like, I love my family. This road trip is great. I didn't know what to feel about it, but yeah. I was like, why are my pants all sweaty? Like, what's going on? My pants are all sweaty. And I'm like, now my pants are all crusty. And then I just stayed in that position after coming. It was like I was having like a pillow talk moment with this back seat of the minivan for like 3 hours. I didn't want to move. I didn't know what to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but then everyone else in my van had been jerking off too. My parents and my brother, and it was cool. It was
in
accepted.
the van.
Yeah.
His mom was like, took you long enough.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I've been squirting out the window so it doesn't get on the seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn.
Can I get some Coke? That's not Coke. Okay.
We're doing anal with hamsters up here.
Meanwhile, we're actually just in the driveway. We haven't even left the house.
Yeah. Usama, do you remember your first time coming?
Oh yeah, fucking! Oh my God. I also was wet dream. I didn't come. I didn't jack off until I was in college, right? So it was all Muslim. It was all shit. But
Muslim, God.
The God, hell yeah. But then my things weren't even sexual. I was so backed up from cum for years. And my first time I came, I was thinking I was like flying a kite in the dream, and then I woke up in just a sea of fluid, and I was like, I had to unpack that. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
You're like, I just want to have a really nice day.
Yeah, actually, that was the same thing with me though. It wasn't
turned
even like
on,
a sexual dream. It was just
know?
like it was just a random dream.
Yeah. So then I came to kites, and then I was also, this is kind of disgusting, I used to sleep with my brother, just like hang on the same bed, I just sleep with him, right? And the first time I came was so much, I looked and it was like all on his side. So literally he was like a mouse that got stuck
You
in mouse
bukkakied
paper.
your brother.
I literally
Is that what bukkake is?
Bukkake is basically coming on someone's face, which I did inadvertently without knowing. Shout outs to Arnab. Love you, brother. Really.
You can't shout out somebody that you bukkakied without the
I shouted out, and then I'm shouting him out. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's like Ted Bundy being like, victim number 3 shouts,
hey,
by the way.
Salute. Put my dick at half mast for my brother. Fucking salute.
Did he know? Or like, did he wake up or?
Oh, he found out. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. He did not know.
And that was Arnab's first wet dream.
So basically he woke up and he's like, fuck, this is hot. Then he came. Then my mom walked in. She's like, oh my God, this is hot. She came. It was just a comedy of errors, really. But yeah, we used to sleep in the same bed. And so anytime I used to have wet dreams, it would just I would splatter like pollock all over my brother. And I don't think he knew. It would just crust over. And one day he woke up, he's like, did mom starch my clothes today? Did she start? Because in the room, it was just like, if you dropped my brother's shirt, it would break. That's how fucking like tough.
Wait, how old were you? How long did you guys sleep together?
Is there an acceptable age for this at all? I think
don't
even
know.
If it's at 3, it's still depraved.
3 is fine.
We used to sleep until I was in high school. So I used to the cum stuff used to happen in like middle school, like 6th grade, 7th grade. He was in 4th grade, and we would just like sleep in the same bed, and then I would just come everywhere.
I like when you said pollock.
In the same bed.
Yeah.
When you said pollock, sorry, real quick.
Yeah,
when you said pollocked, I thought you said palugged, as in palag, which is like curried spinach. And I was like, that actually works too.
Also,
now we know that his cum is disgusting.
Wait, y'all cum isn't green? What the fuck are you talking about? Wait, what?
I palag penny all over my brother.
Wait. Also, palak is like a Indian girl's name, so this is like an insane kind of mix.
Insane.
You know?
Confluence.
Yeah. So yeah, that was
Confluence.
Confluence. Boom.
Good. Dude, that good pun will make me fucking splurge everywhere, dude. Oh my God.
Me too.
A good pun.
But okay, why did you sleep in the same bed?
Okay. See, first of all, I don't feel the connection here, Remy. I feel like we're already judging. Hold on.
It could have been choice. It could have been that was the amount of room. There's a lot of different reasons. My sister and I slept in a tent for a year together we also shared a bed, but it was a pull-out sofa, and it's just because we shared a room.
I shared a bunk bed room with my brother, and then I would sleep with my brother sometimes.
Yeah.
I was, like, really attached
my brother was hot. I had a hot brother. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It was
hot younger brother.
He was a hot, sexy bitch. Dude, my brother was always scared of the dark, and so we had an extra room, but he would like be like scared of the night, and so he'd come sleep with me, but he had to pay a price, obviously.
Yeah, little did he know the real fear lurking.
Yeah.
Not are you afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the light? That's the problem.
Are you afraid of the black light?
Oh yeah, UV rays.
Yeah, it would be a whole Room Raiders episode. It's just this is his brother's bed, and there's a ton of cum.
You know what it would be? There'd be nothing on any of the walls. Like what? You don't see it, and then
it's all on your brother.
Get on my brother, and the scene would come in. It's like, oh dear God.
It's just like a 4-year-old boy. Like
it's just so white. It changed his race. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, your brother was your cum rag. That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up.
Dude, it is very cute.
That's some prison shit. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it reminds me of like.
What does it remind you of? What could possibly that remind you of? That is disgusting. What story could this fire off, Remy? This is insane.
You're gonna see the connection. When I was really little, I had a nightmare and I was really afraid, and I went screaming into my parents' room because I was so afraid, and I ran in and they're fucking, and then I went, oh!
The real nightmare begins.
The real nightmare begins.
Come on in.
When I used to run to my parents' room, they would only fuck on Friday nights, right? So Saturday morning would be the only time the door's locked. So I'd run over to the room, knock on the door. I'm off. Let me in. I want to stay. and she opened the door. Looking back, I told Pranav this. Looking back, all the clues were there that they just banged, but I didn't know because I was just a little kid. So I would be like, oh, she's smiling because she loves me and she's just happy to see me. And she's sweating because she was running from her bed to me to get me because she was so excited to see me. Meanwhile, Intakab was plowing a bitch.
Yeah. It's amazing. All right, you guys, we're running out of time again because I won't pay for Zoom.
Oh, good.
But this has been so much fun. I think we definitely need to do a Patreon episode. If I don't have enough footage, I'll definitely hit you guys up.
We'll talk shit about comics.
We'll talk shit about comics.
Comics and comics.
Yes. Until then, can you guys tell everybody where they can find you online? Usama Siddiquee.
Find me
no, we have less than a minute. We have.
Okay. Usama stands up. Usama Siddiquee. Pranav Behari. Pranav. You're Mango Bae. YOUR MANGO BAE. Follow us all at these things.
Okay.
Boom.
Pranav, Usama, did you finish?
I just came twice.
Yay!
One thing. Wait. How much longer do we have?
No, okay, you guys, this has been How Come. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
I'm my brother.
It's not you, it's me. I try so hard to finish honestly. They say you'll know when you go all the way from A right down to O. Oh no, I think that I've still got a ways to go. Oh, I'm sick of this and I have got to know. How come I can't achieve? How come I can't achieve? I'm rolling up my sleeves. Oh baby, I believe these guests can help. 'Cause I can't do it by myself. I wanna jizz.
Oh my God, that's amazing. And you can follow me at How Come Podcast and Remy Casimir. Patreon. All right, goodbye, you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.